Welcome to Top Gun Options Market SITREP. It is Tuesday morning, day 2 of our Options Weapon School, full week of live trading and training. We just knocked out the primary live trade brief. Awesome primary live trade brief. We covered a lot of ground. We did a long call diagonal with a protective put on XOM all the way out to January of 2020. And we also covered in depth our bear call spread that expires on Friday on Tesla. And folks, this is, again, he came out with the news yesterday about the truck stuff that he's going to talk about on Thursday. It'll be a sell on the news event. Let's take a look at what Tesla's doing today. Since we talked about it in live trade brief, it imploded even more. So there's us talking it down in the live trade brief, and it is at the lows of the day, and this thing's heading lower. So no guidance on the Tesla trade. I'm in it. No more talking about that. Real quick, folks, like I said, we just knocked out our second live trading session. Last night was our in-doc brief. So if you didn't attend last night's brief, make sure you watch the replay, and here it is. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/replay. It's pretty easy to remember. Go.topgunoptions.com/replay. And the replay from last night's welcome aboard brief is on there. I got to be honest with you. I've been doing this for 7 years. That was, and I was going to say this before other people said it, but a lot of my members who have been here for years said, Whiz, that was without a doubt the best welcome aboard brief you've given. I feel great, folks. A lot of good stuff going on here at Top Gun Options and just in general. And make sure you watch the replay, okay? If you didn't get a chance to attend last night or this morning's primary live trade brief, by the way, the primary live trade brief, it's almost done. There you go. It's almost done. I will post this morning's primary live trade brief on here with the ExxonMobil trade, the Tesla discussion, all the discussion about volatility. That'll be posted on here as well shortly. If you haven't opted in yet, we still have 3 things to do. Tomorrow, I'm going to send out a trade alert video on volatility, a VXX trade. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Wednesday night, I'm going to do some vertical spread training. I'm going to give you an example of you're going to get 8 Options Weapon School live training sessions. I'm going to give you an example of that training tomorrow night. And we're also going to open our 25 annual slots, folks, only 25. And then Thursday, I'm going to do our weekly options live trade brief. Our weekly options bull put spread on Amazon last week expired for a max profit of $1,500. One trade, $1,500, 4.5 days. And then also, if we didn't sell all of our annuals by Thursday, we'll open up a couple monthly slots on Thursday. So here's where you need to go to register for the rest of the week. If you haven't registered yet, go.topgunoptions.com/OWS. That stands for Options Weapon School. And like many folks saw today, I sent out a text alert, first of all, to my members. But when you opt in, you give us your cell phone number. It says it right here. I'm going to show you in our live trading sessions. I blast out a text alert with the trade. So for those of you who opted in and you gave us your cell phone number, that's what you got, was that trade from today. Okay. And finally, real quick, folks, I was honored last month when the Huffington Post, which I was completely stunned, they did a flattering article on me. But the Huffington Post did this article last month. This Navy fighter pilot became a millionaire by applying combat tactics to the stock market. I thought that was pretty cool. I was humbled. I was honored. Well, I guess that was one of their most popular articles last month because they did a follow-up interview that came out yesterday. The inspiring backstory of Matthew Whiz Buckley, founder and CEO of Strike Fighter Financial and Top Gun Options. Even more humbled. I don't know if these guys are trying to convince me to run for president as a Democrat. I don't know what's going on, but the Huffington Post is my new favorite website. If you want to read those articles, head to facebook.com. Just go to our Top Gun Options page, facebook.com/TopGunOptions. You can read the one at the top here. And then actually yesterday I did a shoot with Inside South Florida about my book, From Sea Level to Sea Level. Just scroll down a little bit, and you can see the article that came out yesterday. Here it is, right here, the backstory of me, inspiring backstory. That's comical. I sent that to my brother and my sisters yesterday, and my mom, and they were all like, "Who is this idiot?" I'm like, "That's exactly right." All right, let's get into the market here. Like I said, one of the reasons I got long-term bullish on ExxonMobil, just because not only do we have a Rex Tillerson put underneath it, the Secretary of State worked there for about 45 years, potential war in the Middle East. If the Saudi Arabia situation doesn't worry you, you're probably not paying attention. The Houthi rebels in Yemen, which are backed by Iran, are threatening to sink Saudi warships and go after their oil tankers. The market only cares when it cares, folks. And in the blink of an eye, a missile, here's why this is getting really hot. Last weekend, Yemen, the Houthi rebels in Yemen shot a ballistic missile at the capital of Riyadh. They got that missile from Iran. That's an act of war, folks. Imagine somebody shooting a missile at our capital from Canada or Mexico, rebels in Canada or Mexico. We'd be a little pissed. Keep an eye on the Middle East. It's bad. We have 3 carrier strike groups in the Pacific off of North Korea as a show of force. A little bit of gunboat diplomacy out of Donald Trump. He did a little good cop, bad cop overseas. He said he's got a major announcement to make when he gets feet dry and lands back here in the United States. It'll be interesting to see what that is about. But again, hopefully before we fire any sort of live bullet at North Korea, we fire a couple economic bullets at this dude. Donald Trump campaigned on labeling China a currency manipulator day one. Huge. Nobody labels better than me. Day one, currency manipulator. He didn't do it. So maybe he's keeping that in his back pocket as a negotiation technique. We know he's a New York real estate guy. He knows how to negotiate. So hopefully we get some resolution on the North Korea situation. Stock market's kind of sliding right now. We had some disappointing China data overnight. That's why you trade here at TGO, folks, and you learn about options, is because last night Chinese industrial production was a miss. Their fixed asset investment was flat, but the retail sales absolutely imploded. So this morning, market rolled over a little bit on bad China data. I'm just watching. I love Goldman Sachs being down year to date. But anyway, folks, so that's why the market kind of rolled over a little bit. Plus, we ain't going to get tax reform, folks. It is just not going to happen. We covered this last week. I'm covering it this week. We have dueling. We have a bullish double vertical on volatility, and we have a bearish double vertical on volatility. You can have dueling trades, folks. We did it around the Brexit for 2 trades of 22 grand. We did about 44 grand around the election. We had 2 bullish double verticals and 2 bearish double verticals around Trump getting elected. And remember, folks, I was one of the only financial professionals, along with Jeffrey Gundlach, at Double Line Capital to predict that Trump would be elected and the market would rally. So I think this sell-off, or this kind of, we topped out here. I think this is the market inoculating itself to the fact that there's no way in hell we're going to get tax reform passed. Who was it? Senator Grassley said Trump will have a bill on his desk by Christmas. Rhino John McCain and also Ted Cruz said tax reform's dead in the Senate. Go figure. I don't know what's going to happen with tax reform. I really don't care at this. Well, as an American, I care. I want some of my damn money back. How about that, Washington? It was going to be a rant, but I'm going to catch myself. But I really don't care which way tax reform goes as a trader because I have dueling volatility trades on. I don't care. We're going to potentially make some money just trading on volatility. A lot of good stuff going on, folks. I kind of went a little long. Again, if you want to check out those the pictures and the articles from the Huffington Post about my background, if you're new to Top Gun Options and doing the Options Weapons School thing, so I don't have to take up a lot of airtime in the webinars. Remember to head to go.topgunoptions.com/OWS to register for our final 3 events for the week. Tomorrow night, I think I'm going to open the annual slots, folks. 25 of them. If we don't fill all of them, we'll open a couple monthly slots on Thursday in the weekly options. And obviously, here's the replay. And it looks like the replay from this morning is almost done. So by the time you're seeing this video, the replay page should have both of these live trade briefs on here, okay? Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless. I'll see my members tomorrow at 1 o'clock for the accelerated retirement portfolio, and then I'll see all the folks who are checking out our squadron this week in Options Weapons School tomorrow night at 7. Okay? I'll talk to you guys then. We'll see you.